So a lot of us don't realize that the war in heaven that they're always talking about is a war on the internal temple. And they've sold us this idea that we're supposed to be ascending out of this reality. So what we do in this reality determines our worthiness of whether or not we're going to get into heaven. But it was never about worthiness or ascension. It's about descension. Yes, you are supposed to be embodying your oversoul, which means bringing the God within into this physical reality. And you have an internal system that directs you in what it is that your oversoul wants to create through you in this reality. So you're sold ascension because it pulls your awareness from inside to external of you, because you think you're going somewhere outside of yourself. And they tell you that heaven is a place because, again, it reconfirms that you're going outside of yourself, which means it disembodies you. And that was always the goal, because if you're disembodied, then that means that you're not relying on your internal compass, you're relying on your external reality. And if you're relying on your external reality, then that means that you can be manipulated and you can be controlled. And so recently, Spirit was talking to me about water, because water is something that was used to disembody us, or to help in the process of disembodying us. What we don't realize is that water is a living crystalline intelligence, and it's an encoded memory carrier. So the water that you take in from outside of you holds earth memory. And the waters that exist inside of your body, like your bodily fluids, your bloodline, all of that, hold your internal memories or your ancestral wisdom. So by polluting the external waters, they pollute the internal waters. And there are three main ways that they do this. The first thing that they do is they add fluoride, because fluoride calcifies the pineal gland, which is your connection to the entire divine. It's your connection to source. It's your connection to your spirit team. It's your connection to other realms. The second thing they do is they send the water through metal pipes, because heavy metals kills the water. They put heavy metals in the air, they put heavy metals in your food. So that means that every time you drink water, more than likely you're taking in dead water. And then the third thing is they put you in a state of fear, because when they put you in a state of fear, that means their energy is contracted, which means light cannot move through you with ease. And that is where we get dis-ease or diseases, because your energy is not flowing, because you're not in an open state. Fear actually fragments you. It closes access points to new timelines, and so it keeps you stuck. They tell you that your feelings are a problem. So for men, you're weak if you feel. For women, you're sensitive and you're not thinking clearly if you feel, which disconnects you from the language of the soul, because the soul speaks in feeling. Within each resonance is a story, and through you sitting in that resonance, gaining access to that story, you start to extract the wisdom from the memory, and then you can recode your understanding of it by expressing it in this reality, which can help other people grow and evolve, because that's what we're here to do. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So what I've been doing in these last couple of months has been creating this soul school, and this is what I think that we should have been taught in school. And I was very intentional about everything that I did with this school. The name of the school is Akara, and Akara means eternal memory vessel, but just that energetic name puts you in the resonance or the frequency of reclaiming your energetic sovereignty. It reconnects you to your original template before fragmentation. And that's your soul blueprint, why you came here, what you're meant to embody. And this is meant to be a living, breathing spiral, which means that this information is supposed to deepen and grow and evolve with us. What I taught at the beginning of this video is just the tip of what I intend to show us through this school. We'll be talking about energy. We'll talk about awareness, about consciousness. We'll talk about the different sciences, because a lot of us don't even realize that chemistry is just teaching you about charge and polarity. It's telling you how consciousness creates and forms. There will be 3 sessions a week. The first one is me teaching. The second one is a healing circle, which is basically, what did you show up with today? And I'm going to teach you how to go into the memory so that you can release what you need to release. And then the third session is going to be energetic practice. I'm going to teach you how to feel subtle energy, how to feel when somebody comes into your energetic field, how to tap into the energy of colors and understand their texture, their frequency, their story. I'm going to teach you the difference between signals and stories. And then later on, I plan on teaching you astrology and human design through the lens of oversoul embodiment, because we use these things as personality tools, but astrology is the map of your oversoul embodiment, whereas human design is the energetic structure of your flame vessel. It teaches you how your energy moves through your body, but also through this world, what character you're here to play, what your oversoul mission is, and what energies you're cycling through in alignment or out of alignment. There's also a priestess path for those who I feel like are ready to take that step. And the list goes on and on. You will have homework. You will have projects. There are going to be guides that are meant to help you. I've created this app called the Flame Spiral. It is gorgeous. And that's where all the sessions will be held. You'll have a library pass because there's a library of all the recorded sessions and documents, books. There's also a section in the app that tells you the astrology of the week, just so you know what external energy is affecting you, because whatever affects Earth affects you because you're an inhabitant of Earth. There'll be a community chat, and we're going to be working really hard on building community through this so that you meet people that you'll know forever. I can go on about this forever, but open enrollment starts December 15th. Classes start January 16th. Enrollment will be open until March 16th, and it will close off. Payment is a sliding scale. So there's 3 different payment options, and I'll let you choose which one is best for where you are right now. Because with this school, I want to change the way that we're looking at money and service and exchanging of energy. I will be offering 4 scholarships. So there's 4 people that I'll be taking on free of charge. And not everybody will get in. There is an intake. So if you go to my website, www.bigtajj.com, click where it says Soul School. It'll take you to the homepage of Akara. And this basically gives you a breakdown of what Akara stands for, why I named it the way that I named it. It tells you about open enrollment. And then there is an intake form at the bottom. And this is basically 10 questions that I came up with that I feel like will let me know whether or not your current frequency matches the energy that I'm calling in right now, okay? And this isn't about worthiness at all. This is about your capacity to witness yourself and how much work you've done up until this point. And so after I receive this intake form from you, there will be an email that's sent out. Please use the email address that you want me to respond to, and I will reach out to set up a consultation so that we can have an in-person. Yeah, so if you're in a place where you're ready to embody your oversoul and you don't necessarily know where to go, this first spiral is all levels. Go to my website, fill out the intake, and I hope to meet you soon. Happy healing, friends.